Howdy folks, I'm going to do a quick video today on one thing you should know before you purchase a Henry Golden Boy. I got this gun in February or March of 2021. At the time they were hard to come by. A lot of gun shops didn't have them. I wanted a Frontier. This was they only had 2 Henrys left. They had this one and an Evil Roy edition, and no other Walmart, nobody had anything. So I ended up buying this because the salesman told me the price was going to go way up and availability would be a year out, all that. Ended up being the price went up like $10 and everybody had them 2 months later. I could have waited and got the Frontier. I love the Golden Boy though. I mean, buttery smooth action. Frontier's the same way. You got your buckhorn sights, but what I didn't realize when I bought this, so my original plan was this was going to be a squirrel rifle and I would probably put a scope on it. To put a scope on this, you got to loosen up your screw, knock out your rear sight, and then it's drilled and tapped under here for a separate scope mount that Henry sells. So you can put a scope on it. Alright, so here I bought this in 2022, I think it was, Henry Frontier. I got my scope mounted on it. I got a show you that it's unloaded. I got my extra thing here. I think that was $11 that goes on the hammers, so you can get that. Otherwise it's really hard to get your thumb in there. But anyway, great squirrel rifle. Pull it up, good anchor point. I'm looking through the scope right now. You can see where my anchor point is on my chin. On the Golden Boy, this is slanted down more. It looks cooler, but when you put your anchor point, notice where it is now. It's right here instead of here. Now one thing, that's all fine and dandy for just target practicing. If you only have one gun, it's not really going to be an issue. This is my grandpa's 30-30 Winchester. Notice where the anchor point is. It's right here. It's not here. This is Remington 1100 that this was my uncle's, but my dad's, he had an 1100 anchor point right here, not here. So if you get used to shooting that Golden Boy, having that different anchor point, and go to a different rifle, here's a Marlin Model 60. Anchor point right there. Every gun I own has an anchor point that is right there, except this one. It's down at my chin. If you grab a shotgun and use the wrong anchor point, you're going to shoot high, you're going to miss. So just one thing that I wished I would have been aware of when I bought this, I do not want to get rid of it. I love this gun, I love shooting it, but if you're only going to buy one lever gun, if you're trying to decide between a Frontier or a Golden Boy, or if there's a different brand out there that you like, that's all fine and dandy. Find what you like, what works for you. I still highly recommend a Golden Boy. They're a lot of fun, and I've killed quite a few squirrels with this. But when you want a squirrel rifle, when your main thing is you want it for hunting and you want to put a scope on it, I would not recommend this one. If you want it for the looks and functionality, the fun of it, it's great. But that anchor point being down here, your head is not, it can move on you. It's harder to, you need to be more skilled. When you grab this one, get that anchor point, I can't hardly move my head. I'm tight against that. I can't pivot. So I probably drilled it home enough, but that's one of the only reasons, other than looks, that I would buy this over that. Because this, you can mount the scope right onto the receiver. It's got the groove, regular scope rings, piece of cake, really easy to sight in, great rifle. They're both smooth as butter. as far as taking them apart, this one you take this screw out, these side plate screws on both sides, all that comes off. That's all you need to do to get it to clean. The front tier, one extra screw. You got that screw and that one, and then the side plate ones. Interior, from here out, the gun is the same. I'm reasonably certain they take the exact same barrel and tube and everything, and then they just depends on which the stock is different. This and the stock is different. This out, other than that brass barrel band compared to the black one, they're the same gun. But I can still highly recommend a Golden Boy, but it's something that you should probably know before you go to purchase one. Thanks for watching.